The day before my wedding, I got a save the date. With my fiancé marrying someone else, I calmly broke up with him. The wedding planner, Ashley, called me in tears, begging me not to be mad. Ginger, it was my fault. Some of the staff accidentally put my name and picture on the wedding invites instead of yours. Please don't fight with Mark over this. Before I could even respond, Mark grabbed the phone and started yelling at me. Can't you be a little understanding? As long as you're the bride, who cares who's on the invitation? Don't make things hard for Ashley. It's not like she did it on purpose. So I gracefully stepped aside as the bride. Now he regrets it. All this over a little mistake. Yep, all this over a little mistake. Mark walked in and saw that I had already taken down all the wedding decorations. He frowned and started questioning me like I was one of his employees. Ginger, we're getting married tomorrow. Can't you just chill out for once? I even picked out a new dress for you. Do you like it? Mark came closer, looking down at me, barely holding back his annoyance. I knew he was trying to apologize, but I wasn't giving in this time. I just glanced at the dress and looked away, focusing on packing my stuff. A strapless dress. He knew I wouldn't wear that. Mark lost his patience, threw the dress on the floor and grabbed my arm. Are you really going to be this petty? Ashley didn't mean to. You almost got her fired over a little thing like this. Can't you be a little forgiving? What kind of wife are you going to be? I looked at him calmly, my voice even. Did you pick out this dress? He looked guilty for a second, but then it was gone. Ashley did. What do I know about women's stuff? Besides, she's a wedding planner. She knows what looks good. What's wrong with that? What about the invitations and posters? Ginger, what is wrong with you? I pulled my hand away and looked at him. Nothing. I'm breaking up with you. Mark's face turned dark, his brow furrowed, his eyes full of anger. Ginger, stop being dramatic. You're almost 30. Can't you act like an adult? You're breaking up with me over a little mistake. You don't even have to plan the wedding. Ashley and I are handling everything. You're just sitting at home doing nothing. Why do you have to make a big deal out of everything? Here, call her and apologize. She's been working so hard on our wedding. I laughed. Apologize? She doesn't deserve it. I hired her. It was her mistake, and you want me to apologize to her? Mark, are you blind and stupid? You should just marry her tomorrow. Since the invitations and posters are already made, save us all some trouble. 6 months ago, I hired Ashley from a wedding planning company. At first, she was great, but then she started changing things I liked without even asking me, replacing them with stuff she liked. And my fiancé, he let her do whatever she wanted. He'd say, red roses and white roses are both roses, right? Why bother changing them? It's not a big deal. Don't be so hard on her. She's just starting out. I always gave in, but now I realized it was a big deal. Anything that made me uncomfortable shouldn't be seen as a small thing. Mark never understood, and I figured it out too late. I don't even remember how I felt when I got that save the date with Mark and Ashley on it. Heartache, anger, no, it was just numbness and relief. The way he acted on the phone made it seem like he and Ashley were getting married. All my years of loving him felt like a joke. I'd rather let them have each other. While he was quiet, I finished packing my bags and stood at the door. He loosened his tie, trying to control his anger. Ginger, you don't have a job. You're average looking, and you're not that smart. What are you going to do without me? I grabbed the doorknob. My back straightened, but tears started streaming down my face. So, in your eyes, I'm worthless. I'm just a parasite who needs you to survive. Well, this parasite is going to try to make it on her own. Whatever happens to me is none of your business. I've known Mark since I was 13. We met again when I was 23, started dating when I was 26, and he proposed when I was 30. We were like most normal couples, with our ups and downs. I never thought I'd be the one to break up with him. When I was younger, I fell for him because he promised me a family, but now, that promise felt like a knife in my heart. I loaded my bags into a cab. It started to pour. Thunderstorms, I hate them. My mom jumped from a building during a storm like this, and before, Mark would always be there for me during nights like this. I used to need him so much, but not anymore. The cab drove me away into the downpour. I stared at the water streaming down the window. I didn't know when they started. Maybe it was when I started hearing Ashley's name from Mark all the time, or when he started arguing with me over Ashley and leaving me during storms to go to her, or maybe it was Ashley's social media full of pictures of Mark. Sometimes it was just a hand, sometimes his handsome profile, or maybe it was that strapless dress. I laughed. Mark forgot about the long scar on my chest. I could only wear round necks. He forgot so easily. Even though I got that scar saving his life, he got into a fight with a rival who pulled out a knife. I jumped in front of him and took the hit. After that, he treated me like gold. Every time he saw the scar, he'd kiss it and whisper that he'd love me forever, that he'd marry me, that he'd make me the happiest woman in the world. But he broke that promise. He even complained to Ashley that my scar was ugly and gross, and that it made him not want to sleep with me. When that save the date showed up, I felt relieved. It's never just the last straw that breaks the camel's back, but at least I was getting out now. I got a hotel for the night and planned to find an apartment tomorrow. The next morning, I was woken up by my phone ringing. Half asleep, I answered it. Mark's voice roared from the phone, waking me up. Ginger, are you crazy? Do you know what day it is? I want you here in 10 minutes. Or else, I cursed under my breath. Mark was so full of himself. He still thought I was playing games. Mark, are you deaf? I broke up with you. Do you understand what that means? Ginger, are you still doing this? Ashley already said she's not mad and that she'll apologize. How long are you going to keep this up? There are plenty of women who want to marry me. You know, I need you to come here right now. My grandma has a bad heart. You know that. I won't forgive you if you upset her. He hung up, not giving me a chance to say anything. I didn't care about Mark, but I couldn't ignore his grandma. She was one of the few people in the family who was actually nice to me. I decided to go to the wedding. I needed to end this relationship properly and explain things to his grandma. When I got there, they were already at the part where the groom kisses the bride. Ashley was wearing that strapless dress, smiling at Mark. Mark looked at me in the audience and smirked. He lifted her veil and kissed her. How could I describe what I felt? The boy I had loved since I was 13 was kissing another woman at my wedding. Suddenly, the person who had been bothering me for so many years didn't matter anymore. I didn't feel anything else. When I was 13, I wanted to marry Mark. Now, at 30, I was glad I didn't. After the ceremony, reporters rushed forward. Mr. Smith, I thought you were marrying someone else today. Why the change? Mr. Smith, who is this woman you're kissing? Did Ms. Ginger not come because of this woman? The reporters threw tough questions at him, not giving him a chance to speak. They were asking if Ashley was the other woman, and if I didn't come because of her. Mark calmly said, this is the wedding planner. We were just rehearsing. That kiss was just part of the rehearsal. It was just for show. Don't read too much into it. The bride is here. Give us some time to get ready. He smirked at me, looking smug. He took me backstage and pretended like nothing was wrong. This is what happens when you don't listen. Now that you're here, go thank Ashley. If she didn't step in, our family would be the laughingstock of the town. I stared at him. I didn't know how Mark could be so shameless. He kissed another woman and then wanted me to go through with the wedding rehearsing. He was lying to everyone. I was a person, not a thing. He was disrespecting me, and I didn't need to stay. I was going to leave nicely, but now I just wanted to cut him off entirely. I turned to leave. Mark stopped me. Ginger, get back here. He looked cold. All this over a little thing. Do you have to make everyone unhappy on our wedding day? I didn't want to hear those words anymore. Making a fuss, little thing. I looked at him with disgust. So, kissing another woman in front of me and all our guests is a little thing, then what's a big thing? Mark, you disgust me. He stared at me, surprised that I would say that. I started to walk away and Ashley, in her dress, grabbed my hand, pretending to be friendly, but I saw the challenge in her eyes. She whispered, I heard your mom killed herself by jumping off a building. She landed headfirst, like a watermelon. Mark said you're crazy like your mom. I froze, shaking. I never thought Mark would use my mom against me. How could he? If it wasn't for my mom, he'd be dead. I thought we had been through so much together, that we had seen each other at our worst. Even if we broke up, I didn't think he'd use my pain to hurt me. I slapped her. She fell backward, crying out. Mark helped her up. She sobbed. I just wanted to apologize for taking her place. I know she's mad at me, so I wanted to explain, but then Mark glared at me. Ginger, apologize to Ashley. You were late and didn't take the wedding seriously. Now you're acting like a jealous child. If you don't apologize, I'll cancel the wedding and break up with you right now. He knew I needed him, that I would beg him to forgive me like always, but not this time. I looked at Mark and smiled. Then I picked up the microphone and said, Ginger and Mark are breaking up. We're done. I went to Mark's grandma and said, I'm sorry. I let you down.